When I look at you, I think the wrong kid made it through. What if he made it instead of you? He'd probably be Fortune 500 by 22 and cook a mean beef stew. Probably would have met your wife too. He'd love her the way she needs instead of the pitiful mess you do. Because you're a broke down piece of shit, mind, body, and spirit. You could talk all day into this mic and no one would hear it. You'd know all about that though, wouldn't you? What with those shitty little drawings you do. I remember your goal was to get your art out there. That shit could reach 1,000,000 eyes and not even a pair would care. Let's face the fact that you suck and always have. The respect for your craft couldn't fill a damn thimble. Let me make this simple. This world would be better if you pulled a pimple and got popped. Don't you think it's time you stopped being a strain and a stain of a man, turning your friends and fam into Cubs fans, rooting for a loser that never can provide or decide or reside in a home you own or even a bag of Sour Patch Kids you can get without a loan? Shit, man, you might as well get drunk. Because the only proven worker in you is your spunk. And on that, your son is almost walking. Up next, he'll be talking. Then it's a matter of time before he learns on the street how to be a man while you cry into bed sheets. You don't know what you're doing and you're terrible. You calling yourself a man is like me acting like I can make air wearable. I can't. You can't. You're nothing but trash. I bet with a platinum dick you couldn't even fuck your way to some cash. Not good enough to be a pro gamer, and that's all you fucking do. And on top of all this, you're a coward too? You can't look your mom in the eye because it hurts you that she's gonna die. Fuck you. You have loved ones with dead parents, no parents, and shitty parents, so boo fucking who for you. Maybe as a thank you, you should get another degree. Add to this whole mom pays for your education spree. Because who the fuck else is going to do it? You had a dead-end job for 5 fucking years, got employee in a month, then blew it. You can't even do a mindless typing job right, yet you're going to be a good father. Yeah, You can't even get interview calls anymore. You knock and they don't even open the door, much less slam it in your face. You can't even blame it on race. You just suck. Close the case. You feel isolated because no one understands you. Of course they don't. You're a loser. All your ex-friends knew. Your buddies now do too, because you don't even have the power to matter. I tell you I care, but I wouldn't waste the flatter. I'd love to grab you by the neck and slap you into a cross-section. But I can't. I can't because you're my reflection. The end. Okay. Now, let me go on and do my Lucy thing and start splaining. First things first, I want to let you know, dear listener, that I am okay. I am okay. I'm not going to lie about this and say that it's fiction. No. What this is a poem that I've made out of thoughts that I have had, and I'm going to explain why. There's really no other way to say it. I've been listening to a good deal of music by a fella named Kendrick Lamar, and he's got a song called "You." It's just a letter, which I think is awesome, because letters are just, I don't need to go there. Anywho, so it's a track where he is rapping about, well, not about, but as, I don't know if it's his conscience or if it's like him stepping out of himself and like really going hard on himself in like the non-porno way, but just like angry at his life, at his attitudes, and you know, like just really giving himself shit on who he is as a person and his own failures. And I didn't really comprehend that when I first heard it. When I first heard it, I thought he was talking to his father, and I was like, yeah, I can get behind that, just daddy rage. And then I listened to some interviews and read some what is like the song version of a plot analysis. I don't know, but whatever that is, I was just, reading some of those, and it was pretty darn amazing once I went over all the lyrics and saw just how in depth and thought provoking it was for him to do that. And he said that it was one of the most difficult, probably the most difficult song for him to ever make. And I understand that. it's very difficult to write something like that, but at the same time, once you get it out, it's freeing, and that's the point that I'm trying to make here with this. It's that, yes, I have had these thoughts. I'm not delusional. However, I am aware of all of the blessings and the good things that have happened in my life. I am very grateful for my son, for my wife, for my mother, who is thankfully still with us. I am thankful for my friends, most of whom I consider family, because I don't give a shit about definitions when it comes to me being rebellious. And I mean, let's face it, I ain't got that big of a family anymore, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta do something, But yeah, it's my message with this is that everyone, to some degree, goes through this. Now, not everyone puts it to rhyme. I don't think in rhyme. This was hard. It was fun. It was challenging. But I felt as, if I'm going to do something because of something else, I want it to at least reference to something else in some way. And in this way, it's the rhyming aspect of it. So, I want for you to understand, everybody who listens to this, that it's okay. You're gonna go through periods where you think you're just the worst shit on the bottom of the shoe of life. There are going to be times where you go through struggles and things just suck and you can't figure it the fuck out and nobody understands but you and everything is terrible. But just understand that is one of the many perks to your pulse. It is one of the things that come from being human. It's just, I mean, everybody goes through it, no matter what their mask is, no matter how successful you think they are, no matter how beautiful or wonderful their life is. Everybody has thoughts to where if you heard them, you'd wonder if they were fucking okay. Like, that's why I started this whole, this whole explanation with the fact that I am okay. I am not contemplating suicide. Nobody's gonna find me anywhere hanging. Well, I mean, if you do, don't write that shit off as no suicide. Somebody done pull some shit. Find them and fuck them up. Cause, alright, well, anywho, but yeah, it's you gotta know, you gotta understand that you have to embrace these thoughts. Take them in. They are valid. They are criticisms. They are extremes. But you have to accept them because they are coming from your own brain. The stuff that I just said and went into and talked about, it's not stuff people have been yelling at me. It's not stuff that people have suggested to me. I made all that up accidentally. It's like I'm just sitting here and then out of nowhere it's like, oh, well, you suck. Well, I mean, it's oh shit. Whew, couldn't stop that one. Anywho, I think that's what I'll do when I have to sneeze. I'll say oh shit and then I'll move away from the camera. It's not a fucking camera. It's late. Okay? It's late and I just spilled my guts. So shit. I'll say oh shit and then I'll move away from the mic. If I remember that. No promises there. My memory's shit. And that's a whole other thing. This very, very tippy of this iceberg. There are a lot of other thoughts, worse thoughts, that I have and have had and continue to have. And it's not going to go away, and that's fine. I think that my main message with this is that it's fine. It's okay. You're going to think this way. It doesn't mean it's real. It doesn't mean that this is destiny. It doesn't mean that what you're thinking could happen is definitely going to happen just because, you're just so freaked out about it and it's consuming you. Don't let it get bigger than it is. It is a thought. It is an imagination. It is a thing that could happen maybe, or could have some truth in it maybe, but you, at the end of the entire thing, you make the decision as far as who you are. In most cases. I mean, there are certain disabilities that limit you and prohibit you from doing certain things. And, that is valid. But for the most part, you determine who you are. And you determine, well, you don't really determine how you're seen that much. I mean, you can try, but shit. Like, sometimes it just ain't done the motherfucking can do. Cop trying to do his job, black dude come along, think that the daggone cop is one of the racist fucking ridiculous retard cops. They're just fucking shooting up black people all over the damn place, and it's just like, what does that cop do? I mean, he's wearing the same damn uniform as all these jackasses. But yeah, you know, it's just the thoughts that you have could potentially be crippling. They can stop you from doing so much. They can stop you from trying. They can stop you from exploring. They can stop you from being. And you can't let that happen. Just anyway, anyhow. If you got to talk to somebody, if you got to write them, if you got to put a mic in your face and make a fucking poem, just do it. Get all of this shit out. Get it written. Just sit there with it. Just sit there and just look at it and be in it. And then just get up and go away. And realize that life moves on even when these thoughts are in the real world. Even when these thoughts are out and you share them. Tomorrow comes. The next day comes. Like it's okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's not over. It's not cataclysmic. It's all right. Okay? So, I mean, just to reiterate, I am okay. I'm fine. These thoughts are real thoughts. I'm not just saying shit to be sensational. I did have to move a few words around to make things rhyme, but it really did come out as some very, very honest writing, even though I understand fully that this is not my destiny. This is not who I will be defined as. These are thoughts that are going to help me to better myself. And I need this section of it in order to grow and eliminate further like problems or stagnation that could come from me running from these thoughts. So just realize it's okay. It's okay. Don't run. Don't cower. Embrace and improve. And everything will be fine. You know, until people die and then stuff sucks. But that ain't really nothing you can do about that. You know, it's just something's gonna happen. But, you know, past that, I think we're gonna be okay.